The Golden Fleece Mythology. What if I told you that thousands of years ago, a single sheepskin sparked one of the greatest adventure stories ever told, inspiring everything from modern treasure hunts to Hollywood blockbusters? Welcome to the world of the Golden Fleece, where gods meddle in mortal affairs and heroes risk everything for glory. Our story begins in the ancient kingdom of Colchis, where a ram with fleece spun from pure gold became the stuff of legends. But this wasn't just any ordinary ram. According to Greek mythology, this magnificent creature was sent by the gods themselves to rescue two children, Phrixus and Helle, from their murderous stepmother. The ram carried them across the sea, though tragically, Helle fell and drowned in what we now call the Hellespont. Phrixus survived and reached Colchis, where he sacrificed the golden ram to Zeus and hung its precious fleece in a sacred grove, guarded by a dragon that never slept. Decades later, in the kingdom of Iolcus, a young prince named Jason faced his own deadly family drama. His uncle Peleus had stolen the throne that rightfully belonged to Jason's father. When Jason came of age and demanded his birthright, Peleus saw an opportunity to rid himself of this troublesome nephew forever. He agreed to give up the throne, but only if Jason could accomplish what seemed like an impossible task: retrieve the golden fleece from distant Colchis. Peleus was certain he'd just sentenced Jason to death. The journey to Colchis was treacherous, filled with monsters, hostile tribes, and supernatural challenges. Even if Jason somehow survived the voyage, he'd still have to face the sleepless dragon guarding the fleece. It was a suicide mission, disguised as a heroic quest. But Jason wasn't deterred. He commissioned the greatest ship ever built, the Argo, and assembled a crew of legendary heroes known as the Argonauts. This wasn't just any crew. Jason recruited Hercules, the strongest man alive. He enlisted Orpheus, whose music could charm even stones. The twin brothers Castor and Pollux joined the expedition, along with the keen-eyed Lynceus, who could see through solid objects. Together, these heroes represented the greatest concentration of talent and courage the ancient world had ever seen. Their journey was anything but smooth sailing. The Argonauts encountered the bronze giant Talos, who hurled massive boulders at their ship. They navigated the treacherous Symplegades, clashing rocks that crushed ships attempting to pass between them. They faced the Sirens, whose deadly songs lured sailors to their doom, but Orpheus countered with his own magical music, saving the crew from certain death. When they finally reached Colchis, Jason discovered that King Aetes had no intention of simply handing over the Golden Fleece. The king set seemingly impossible tasks. Jason had to yoke two fire-breathing bulls, plow a field with them, and sow dragon's teeth that would sprout into armed warriors. It was a test designed to kill him. This is where the story takes an unexpected romantic turn. Medea, the king's daughter and a powerful sorceress, fell deeply in love with Jason. She possessed magical abilities that could help him survive her father's deadly challenges. But her assistance came with a price. Jason had to promise to marry her and take her away from Colchis. With Medea's help, Jason accomplished the impossible. She gave him a magic potion that protected him from the bull's fire, and she told him how to defeat the warriors that sprouted from the dragon's teeth. But the final challenge remained: the sleepless dragon guarding the golden fleece itself. Once again, Medea proved invaluable. She used her magic to put the dragon into a deep sleep, allowing Jason to claim the golden fleece at last. The Argonauts quickly fled Colchis with their prize, but their adventures were far from over. The return journey brought new perils, including pursuit by Medea's angry father and brother. The Golden Fleece myth resonates through the ages because it captures fundamental human desires: the quest for glory, the power of teamwork, and the willingness to risk everything for a worthy goal. It's influenced countless adventure stories, from medieval romances to modern films. The phrase "golden fleece" itself has become synonymous with any highly sought-after prize that requires great effort and courage to obtain. Today, scholars debate whether the Golden Fleece myth might have been inspired by real historical practices. Some regions did use sheepskins to collect gold particles from rivers, creating literal golden fleeces. Whether rooted in reality or pure imagination, this ancient story continues to captivate us, reminding us that the greatest treasures often require the greatest risks to obtain.